Hello! Welcome to the Republic of Pirates. So, this is a demo game, and this is where we got up to in our first episode. So, we've been building places for our pirates to live, and we're starting to produce resources. But we're following a quest, a campaign if you will, and it wants us to go and invade an island, Rat Island, which is over here. So at the moment we've got ships sailing by, go over to here. You can see basically we're going to have to take out these ships here, plus a defensive tower, and then we can start knocking out these buildings so that we can then start getting access to this place to make clay, it seems. So they're right the way over there, and way down here. And at the moment I've only got one ship. So I need to start doing piratey things. I need to do what pirates do. I've only got one ship, so I'm going to need a lot more ships than this. In which case, we're up to 27 sails so far. And at the moment that's where I'm kind of limited to. If I go over to our dockyard here. We're not at the point where we can produce the ketch. Just click on start construction. I don't have the means to make them. I need improved sails. So at the moment all I can do are just cogs. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to make some more cogs. But I need more pirates. So at the moment I'm limited to 5. That's what I can do. So I think what I'm going to do to get started, I'm going to have a look and see if anybody here is any good. See, Celeste over here. Kind of like 6 and 2 3s. You can either get somebody who's good at fighting a certain type of ship, or somebody who's actually good at commanding a certain type of ship. I was really looking for anybody who's good at bugs and catches. I mean, Rosalind here would be useful because that's pretty much what we go up against. So I think we'll hire her. Trouble is, she's got to get to level 20. She's only level 4 at the minute, but. Yeah, it's another one. I don't have any choice over these captains here. I can't just say, oh, I don't like that particular captain, can we look for somebody else? So I think that's all very random as to what you get. But anyway, now that we've got another captain, all I can do is a cog. I mean, I can change the name. I don't have any choices over. Well, I can change the whole pattern there. The actual so what's this, is the whole pattern is going to be that. The sail logo is just going to be the wheel. Don't have any choice over the sail patterns. Each different type of ship has a certain ship action. So for instance, the cogs have got scatter shots, the catches have got smoke bombs and so on. But within this demo, we've got all these different types. As far as I can tell, we can't get as far as here, for instance, because you'll need to find cannons. But this is what we're stuck with: is the cog. So I've got one captain. I'll pick that out, and we'll get them to build that. So I definitely need more ships. That's the idea. Ooh, fish. It's complaining of a lack of capacity, so I'm going to upgrade this. So it's saying that the capacity at the moment is 10, so I'm going to upgrade that. That'll take it up to 15, so it gives it a bit more wiggle room. Now we can build taverns at some point to cheer folks up, but you need bricks. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. That's why we've got to go to Rat Island to get bricks. More specifically the clay. This particular place, it's got salt deposits on it, but we're not into that, and I haven't seen that come into play within the demo. It's actually a very large island, I must admit. Yeah, it's quite a big island, this one. Right, so that's the other ship. So I can drag and select multiple ships to put them into a group, so we're limited to a total of 9 ships. I'm just out of curiosity, if we go over to the tactical map, So as I'm hovering over here, you start to see where, you know, basically what we've got within the area. And because I've now got more than one, right, it does. That was something I was pondering over. I was trying to find a way to select multiple ships. So I pick one of them. See, like that one. And I've only just realised if I click there, there is an option to select all. So that's useful because I can control where they go on the tactical map, but you've got to be a bit careful because you've got all these ships regularly sailing down. Well, they seem to go in like a direction around like that, or I'm seeing some going in that direction. But then there's all these stationary ships. These are the ones we want to go after. Reason being is they'll give us access to more materials. And now I've noticed I can actually get to pick an area on the map and press E and zoom in. So I don't know whether that was just based on where I was at the point of the game, or there was just something odd going on at the time. I don't know. Either way, I've now got 2 hogs. I want to take on. Now that's a catch, so that's got more damage. So I think, I mean, we've got plenty of doubloons, got plenty of these. The trouble is I don't want to get, because I'm limited to 5. I want to be able to build catches, so I don't want to just build all cogs, because I haven't found a way to disband a ship, for instance. I'm not seeing an option. There's a paint option, which it says you need to be next to a ship painted, which I haven't seen in the demo, but I haven't seen an option to dismantle a ship and keep the captain. Because the thing is, the captains actually gain experience, so this is a bit of a pain. You could, I think, if the ship goes down, I mean, I'm assuming it takes the captain with them. I think I'll take Frederick Sinclair because they've got performance. Again, the trouble is none of this is going to kick in until I get to that level anyway, to be fair, but it's just something I'm thinking of ahead of time. Right. As if I would ever get to that level, to be fair. I don't think I will. Ooh, the Sea Ghost 2. Right, I'll sign it. Red and get them to build that. But I want to leave a bit of room for catches, which we'll get when we start taking on other ships. Whenever you sink them, you can take some of their debris that's left, and sometimes you get resources you can then use to build better ships, as it turns out. Right, so just wait for that ship to be built. Right, so that gives me 3 ships then. So I'm going to grab all 3 of them. And I think we're going to go and take on that catch now. None of these have got a particular feature that I see any benefit to as such, because it's like, I mean, there's only one ship we're up against. Another thing to bear in mind, these fights take place in real time. I can't just, I mean, I could pause the game and rearrange things, but it's kind of limited. And with one ship, oh, hold on. I want to be a bit careful, because if this is in close range, it might get pulled in. Right, so off they go. So fortunately, it just picks one ship out and it just targets that one. But yeah, I'm just looking. You see, you got these bigger ships like these. I mean, that's an entire frigate. 240 firepower. I wouldn't fancy my chances against that. Might be something I'll try just for giggles. Right, so because we took out that ship, it's given us 6 of 10 sails. So I think what we're going to do is send these around the corner. I'm going to get one specific ship to attack them. So that's, I think, what the ship will then do. It'll then just focus on that one ship I've got, so it should allow me to keep the damage off that ship there. So I'll then get these 2 to join in. So that gives me a bit of wiggle room, I'd say, where they're not going to attack this ship, so it'll last a bit longer. Saves me having to take them all the way back to dock. Right, then we'll pick this up. One thing I'll say is that sometimes the AI acts a bit odd, in that I've taken ships into a battle, and then some of the ships will suddenly decide, nope, I'm not going to join in, and they just completely wander off. So it's just something to bear in mind when you're doing piratey things, is that some of your ships might decide to just go in a completely different direction. Right, let's bring these back to dock, because now I can build a ketch. So, performance when assigned to a brig, a brigantine, a brig or a brigantine, brigs, brigantines. In which case we'll go with a Robert here. We'll pick him out. And we'll pick out, we'll pick out Seraphina as well. So that's basically my limit. I can't make any more than 5 ships anyway. Right, so we're going to make a ketch, which needs 10 improved sails, so I can at least get one of them. Still no other options. I think you get those from, presumably by taking out other ships. Are you actually going to build that? Or did I not bother getting around to it? Right, get these repaired. And then once we get that ketch, we'll be able to go out. So at the moment, there's some stationary ships. So there's another one of these. Now that's a bark, that's a much higher level one. So there's 2 ketches down there. So it's interesting because we've got to basically take on these pirates over here. And I think it's a case of timing it, because you've got these much bigger ships coming in. I mean, a man of war, for crying out loud. I mean, we wouldn't last 5 minutes against a man of war. So I'd assume... Yeah, I'd assume it doesn't, like, make sense to try and tackle something like these. 715 firepower. So, I mean, you know, you've got, like, little cogs. There's a brigantine. There's a galleon. I mean, what does a galleon do? 396, but the man of war. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy my chances against one of them things. Right. So the ketch is the next one up. That's quite useful because it can fire a smoke bomb, so it buys you a bit of time where, you know, you can get one of these to throw in a smoke bomb and it'll essentially blinds the ships that are attacking you, which is quite useful. But I need another... Yeah, aye indeed. I need another set of sails, and then that's going to max me out, because 5 ships is my limit. We can get more later on, incidentally. At least I've found. But let's head in this direction. So I'd imagine if I take on... Actually, let's just check the tactical map, because there's... Yeah, this is another... I don't want to get involved with these. There's some little ones there. I want to take these 2 out, but I don't want to risk pulling this in. I don't know if it will. It'll probably pull this one in, but I don't know about that one. Take a gamble and we'll see. Right, so I'm just going to lob that in there. So it blinds them for a short time. So they're all getting level. You know, it doesn't seem to be like experience based on actually sinking a ship. It seems to be like more like damaging them. Ah, I've only got 4. It's not quite enough. Oh yes, we have. Actually, no. Oh, we do. We've got 10. Hang on, we actually have 10. Right. In which case, I want to build another ketch. Go with that one for a change. That's a ketch. Assign her to that one. So that's going to give me more ships. It's interesting that you don't get like a different voice for the different captains. They're all the same. Yeah, really makes no difference who I pick. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's slightly different for the type of ship. It's difficult. It's difficult to say. It seems to be a bit random as to what the voice is. But right. So now that we've got our little posse here, a little ragtag bunch, we're going to head over to Rat Islands, because over there's 2 cogs, a ketch, and a defense tower. And what I can do is I'll use the 2 catches to try and blind the opposition. That seems to be a useful tactic. Now I've got to be careful in case there's anything crossing over here. Like I say, I certainly wouldn't want to get mixed up with a man of war or anything with some seriously big firepower. Oh, there's a barrel there. Let's go and grab that. So yeah, it's a bit quiet at the minute. So yeah, you've got this basically lane, the shipping lane right down here between us over here and them over there. So like when you're crossing it, you've got to be careful. Unless you're into crazy stuff, I suppose, you know what I mean? Yeah. I suppose you could argue that's what pirates do. Crazy stuff. I'm not seeing a sort of like a visibility to say, you know, if you're in this range, they'll come after you. But that's actually what I'm trying. Out of curiosity. So the ketch has 1260 hull. So it's only slightly better. But I want to see if I can lure them out. Switch. Reload time, speed is 10 versus... makes no difference. Yeah, it doesn't make much difference. I want to see if I can pull them down to me. That way I can leave the tower to last. Oh. Oh, wow. Hang on. Right. Wow, that's loud. Right. How many have we got? Yeah, that was a bit loud, that music. So, battle materials. So you get various things it's telling you. You can use it for trading and all sorts, but we're not really there yet. You won't see that in the demo anyway. But I deliberately did that because there's a tower over there. I thought, well, I'll just try and pull them out. Right. Let's go and take on that. Oh, that's got a good range. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I forgot about that. I should have tried blinding it first. Well, they're just going to basically take pot shots. So this is what you've got to do. Is at some point you also get random attacks on your places. So you've got to start defending them. So whether that's putting up defense towers or bringing in your ships to defend against attacks, you know, it varies. But the buildings themselves don't seem to have any way to fight back. But anyway, now that that's done, I can now build a harbour or dock here. And it's this is one of those types of buildings where you can only build it in a certain place. Cannot build on an enemy island. Oh, so we could build it over there as well. That's interesting. You can't build on an enemy island. Now, I've never run into that before. Yeah, it's giving me the impression it can build it over there, but it's... Yeah, for some reason it's still saying destroy defences, claim it and build a quarry. Yeah, I haven't run into that because there's no more defences here. That is interesting. I haven't seen it do that before. So I don't know whether I was... It's intriguing. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen that where it will not, where it's refusing to let me build with it. Ah, right. That's why. Haha. Over on the left it says interact with the icon to capture it. So right, okay, so this particular island's slightly different. So it's got some clay. It's not ideal. You've got a minus 40% against you. It's quite a lot of fish, quite a lot for hemp. You get nothing in terms of alum. So you got to be, I suppose you've got to pick different islands for the different resources. Each one's got certain things, which gives you that incentive to go out and conquer other islands. Anywho. So that's interesting. So you can hover over the name of the island and it'll tell you what it's up to. Yeah, and as it says, you've got to be a bit mindful of what the actual island can do. So we need to put a dock down. And now we've got to start going on the next phase, which is putting our workers down so we can start putting in resources. So go over to construction, bricks, and a clay quarry. I can build a clay quarry. Now that's another building where you're stuck. That's it. It's the only place I can build one. So now that we've got that part done, I can then get a brickworks up. So it doesn't really matter that it's next to it. It's not, you know, pulling materials from outside, like say like a timber yard would, where if you start building things next to it, but taking the trees away, that affects the lumber yards, timber mills, whatever you call them. Whereas the clay is just a mine, so it's not something we're concerned about. In which case, I'm just going to build that right next door. What I do need is a road. If we go that way, out of curiosity. So I need places for people to live. Surprise, surprise. How far out? I haven't said that. I mean, this is a much smaller island. It's mostly going to be focused on, as it turns out, these types, which are, let's have a look. So here we need hired hands. So this is going to be an interesting one where we'll start off with labourers. You build the little huts, but you get labourers, but we need hired hands, which is a bit of a pain because we're going to have to upgrade them all. Now, why does it need 200? I mean, that needs 25, and that needs 50. So it needs a total of 75. Curious. And now I'm scratching my head thinking where things are going to go, because the market. Amenities. I've got a bit of wiggle room there. Put the brothel there. If we go around that way, then from there around to there. Just carry on our road on this direction. Ooh, that's interesting. That's I've clipped the edge. Which doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. So anybody over there will have to take a long walk around, basically. But I don't think I can probably build a house there. It's not too bad. Let's try and fit a few more there. Now, one thing I do like about this is that the islands are going to share their resources. Because we've got these ducks, resources are shared. So it's like, we go over to this one here, it's saying it's getting access to fish, and it's getting access to rope. Now, we don't have anything producing fish here, we've got nothing producing rope, but these buildings are actually getting access to them. So that makes my life a whole lot easier. So they... why would they be... That one for some reason is not allowing me to upgrade it. That one can upgrade. Right, so they've now got 20 of 21 of 50... Oh, it would help if I put a road in. Yeah, it's quite useful that. You get the little floating icon, tells you what, you know, what the problem is. Assuming there is a problem, that is. So this place here, yeah, hover over that, it gives you a bit more details. So we're 35 short when it comes to hired hands. Right, that needs repairing. It's quite amusing, listening to all these little sea shanties, I must admit. Right, so that is... What the heck is that? Can't seem to select that one for some reason. Now, this is interesting, this. Sometimes I can... Yeah, it looks like there's certain places I can zoom into, so that's still out of my zone, if you will. It's like if I can't zoom there, can't zoom there, can't zoom there or there, I can zoom into here. It's a bit odd. So I'm kind of limited by this. Ooh, what's that? It's an enemy bark. I think that's the next tier up. I'll get these repaired. So the ship itself doesn't improve, but the captain does. Ooh, I don't. That's a big flotilla coming down the. Yeah, I don't want to get involved with them. Ah, now that is interesting. So the game, because we're on a very specific campaign, the game is limiting me as to where I can go in the map. Which is interesting. I mean, I get the fog of war sort of stuff, but it's interesting. That's as far as I can go north. I mean, it's letting me know there's a ship there, but I can't get any further north. I'm just waiting for something I can realistically take on. I mean, a man of war I've got. I mean, that's 1,070 damage. That's almost enough to take out an entire ship. So at the moment we're just doing piratey things. We're just hiding in the coves. It's like, I'm not going after them things. That would be crazy. Nah, let's keep upgrading these. I mean, it's yellow. I don't know if it'll attack, but red will definitely attack. Right, need resources. Any doubloons I can find will be very much welcome. Just out of curiosity, what if I try sailing them further north? No, we're very much limited by the campaign then. Until we progress with the campaign, I'm stuck. Right, more houses it seems we're going to need. I'm just going to keep an eye out for any interesting ships that come by. So what are these two that are coming along? Now they're okay because they're little cogs. I don't mind taking them on. How do I know on 134 of a possible 200? Ah, hold on. Yeah, it's not specific about, it just says they've got to be workers. Yeah, it doesn't specifically say the type. Right, go and have some fun with them. I mean, 195, I think we could have probably taken that. Yeah, I think we could have probably taken that bar. But I'm just going to keep doing this to get them the experience. And plus the fact that I need the gold. 158, so that's now 7 of a possible 10. We'll put one along there, another one along there. Now, one thing I haven't found is a way to group these together. So, like, I mean, I can select them all, or I can drag and select those 3, but I can't, like, put them under a group. So, like, you know, have one, group 2, and so on. I don't seem to have found a way to do that. In part, I think it's because of the numbering. So, like, F1, F2, F3, and F4 control speed, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, they're controlling these little options that we've got. So if I press 1, it's picking out the road, 2 for the hut, 3 for the depot, 4 for the dock. So I don't know if there's a way to group things. There's no depot in range. Okay. How's about you build one? Yeah, so it's... I would like to be able to do that, especially if you get bigger fleets. I mean, at the moment we're limited to 5 anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm just thinking, like, on a tactical map, I want to maybe send certain ships to one location, certain ships to another one, and I like to be able to do that if I've got groups of them. Right, we'll just take out the little ships. This is where are you going? Yeah, the idea was to take that ship out. I want to see if they do it where I've got an entire group and I'm telling them to go and take on this cog. I've sometimes seen cases where...
THOR is up and running, but the production conditions on this island are poor. I wonder if there's only small... Where deposits in the nearby...
Bordellos getting restless. The girls satiate them for a time, but they're growing hungry. These are violent men. I fear what they might do without a suitable direction to put their tendencies towards.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I mean, we finished a bit of the game, but although I was in the middle of attacking something, the game didn't pause to actually stop that attack, which is a bit of a pain. So I ended up cancelling it out. I wanted to, like, yeah, forget about that. I need to focus on that. But then all of a sudden, this then kicks in. At least this is pausing the game. So anyway, we've got choices. We can either sink a gallows man ship or one belonging to Los Guerreros. So these are easy opponents. You just get smaller rewards, tougher but better. Let's try that one. So basically, what she's just saying is, like, you know, these guys need a bit of a challenge. Otherwise, we've got problems. So I need to take... Oh, that's another thing, is because we've finished this island here, we've now got to take on one of the bigger islands. some reason I thought X was the tactical map, and it's not, it's M. So you've got a choice. You can either go to this one here, or we take over that one. That one, yeah, that's just all you'd have to do is take out, well, I say, or you'd have to take out all that in one area, whereas here you can just take out individual sections until you get there. But see, I need to take out a certain ship. So that's Guerreros, I believe. So I need to look for one that's got the skull. Ah, there's one there. So there's a catch down there we can do. Trouble is, I've got to be careful because you can see there's all these ships going around. So if I like just tell them to go down to here, I run the risk of running into these people maybe. That's what I'm concerned about. So that's a catch. I think we should be alright down there. Alright, let's zoom down to here. So that's a... yeah, that's a catch. So we'll do that, and at least it sorts this problem out. So these are all like side quests. That's the main quest, that's a side quest. Oh, that's a thought. We still need to build a tavern, don't we? But I like that you can, you know, once you've got a group, you can pick out individual options from individual ships within the group. So that's quite useful. So that should blind them for a short while. Yes, that's sorted that out.
Is up and running.
Okay.
That gives us another material to create more hardy buildings. Speaking of which, the lads have been getting pissed down in huts on the beaches. So I'd say it's about time we set up some more reputable establishments.
Right, so that's how we get patterns. So by taking those on, we've been given access to more patterns. Ooh! Run away! I hope they're not coming after me. Yeah, so you've got to be careful. I think we're okay. Right, so they have now started producing bricks. So we've got 8 bricks. So a tavern. I'm going to have to rip something down, I think, and... so if we go to amenities, we've got taverns now, so we need 10. So once we get to 10 bricks, we're going to build a tavern. I don't know where it's going to fit though. Yeah, these are like, they're all good sizes. I mean, if I build it over there, the trouble is whoever's in that bottom right corner is going to miss out. If I build it here, yeah, it's a bit of a pain. I mean, how is it? It's 4x4, so the trouble is I'm gonna end up like with this one where you're kind of limited in what you can do. And it's not going to fit within them. Unless you go for wider. I mean, I've got like this area here, they're all... having these 4 buildings, it fits within the same size as one market. But these buildings, they've all got different sizes, and for me it gets in the way. I suppose it gives you something to think about, I suppose, in terms of the layouts, but it's a bit annoying because now I'm going to have to start ripping houses out to be able to fit in a tavern, but then I won't be able to fit any more houses in. Then I'll end up pushing the houses out further out this way, and they're going to be limited, so... Because I mean, that tavern there, so you can see it already, it doesn't touch down here. So it's a bit of a pain. Yeah, that falls under infrastructure, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm just going to have to rip out all of those 4 houses. Which is a shame because some of them are upgraded ones, so... take... Right, I'll need that. I have to demolish that, and that, and that. Yeah, it's a pity that. So, the market will just about get there. The brothel, though, doesn't. So that's a bit of a pain. That's right, so that one falls under amenities. Yeah, it's a 4x4 as well.
There's nothing quite like a cosy tavern for carousing and gossiping, eh, Captain? And the gossip going round at the moment is that the men are sick of having nothing but fish to eat. All we'd need's a couple of rifles and a lodge, and the lads will get a start at hunting the wild boar roaming some of the islands.
Okie dokie. So that's the next thing to do, because that's one of the requirements to get up to the next level is boar, meat from boars. The trouble is there's none of that on this island. Last time I checked, this had like a minus there. It's saying boars minus 100%, so there's no boars to be found on this island. You don't get a penalty on that island, or on that island, or on that island. So what I could do, I could set up a boar lodge and see if that works, because it's not, it doesn't say I can't find any boars. Well, this is embarrassing. I thought I'd sent them all back. Trap. Right, that'll teach me to not pay attention. I just assumed because I was using the tactical map, I thought we'd all get back to the dock. And some of them ended up being stuck outside the area. Goobar. Because every now and again you get these attacks. Yeah, you do get notifications. It probably makes sense to pay attention to notifications. Because it actually tells you if you're going to get a random attack, and it'll tell you where they're going to be. Downgrade. Right, can we repair that? Yeah, we can repair that. So you're going to manually repair your buildings until later on in the game, and you've got to manually repair your ships, but oh, that's a pain now. We have to get another captain. I'm assuming the captain goes down with a ship. Yeah, I'm going to have to get another captain. Fudge signals. Right, so in that case, I'll pick some different patterns. Go that one, go with, see that one. I'll get another catch because they've got more. They've got more damage. I mean, what the heck? We'll get them to build that. But right, we need to be looking for pigs on the island, won't we? So. That's interesting. It's not showing me an option. Normally tells you how many I'll find. I mean, if I click on... No, it's not letting me build on this island. Oh, it's because I've got no bricks, that's why. We need more bricks. I'm just saying. Right, may as well upgrade these folks. I've got a lot of, like, labourers. But yeah, that caught me out. I didn't realise that most of them were stuck there. I mean, you can pause the game, I suppose, but... Fudge sickles. Yeah, it's been annoying because the captain goes down with a ship as well. Right, if you go and grab... that and that. Because I want to make sure that we're getting enough gold. But I think it would be useful if you could have like a ship assigned to like a dock or something, and you can get it automatically just go wandering around that local area to get any debris that's just lying around. That could have been quite useful. Otherwise, you've got to just make it a habit of just regularly checking. I'm trying to stay out of the way of that. I mean, these are, yeah, it's a man of war and that's a galleon. Now that one is a brig. Oh no, forget it. We're not going after a brig or a man of war. But we're doing piratey things. I want to keep an eye out for ships that go by, and we'll attack them. So that way we'll get access to better things, shall we say. Right, let's see if... Don't park yourself in there for now. Right, we've got 6. So... Ah, there you go. So we can get Boar on the island here. Let's put that over. Trouble is, I'm going to put in a road, and it's going to impact what that capacity's, or its efficiency, I think. Yeah, it sometimes impacts the efficiency. Right, so that needs 30, so we don't have enough of these books. We'll do some more house upgrades. Right, and then we can hopefully get enough people to start hunting for the boar on the island. Now, I need a butcher. I need somebody to actually... comes under needs, doesn't it? So, oh, so there's the butcher. Now that needs 10 bricks. Speed that up. What's that? Oh, there's a cog. Now, that one, let's see. So that's Los Guerreros. Ah, that's something I've run into. I wanted the group to go after that ship, but for some reason these two have gone off on their own. And I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing that. These ones have engaged, but these two have just gone somewhere completely different. They're not even coming back. Yeah, they wouldn't even come back as well. I told them to go and attack that specific ship, but they still were heading up there. And even when I told them a second time, go and attack that ship, they still carried on going wherever it is they were going. I think it was maybe like they were getting confused. Maybe they were picking up a signal to go to a specific place. Maybe that's what the problem was. So maybe it's because we're grouping things and it's a case of maybe some of them got the message, go and attack this ship, and then attack the ship. Whereas other ones, like, thought, oh, I've got to go to a specific location. Just a bit annoying. Right, what's this coming up? Oh, it's an entire... Oh, what's that? That's a brig. Oh, 125 damage. And it's followed by a carrack. Yeah, I'm not... See that? I don't mind taking on cogs, but not things like a man of war and whatever. Now that one there, that's a bark and it's stationary. Right, I've got 4 so far. What do we need? We need 10. What did the lot up do? I mean, they've got 50 workers. Ah, production efficiency is 60%. I wonder why that is. Yeah, I'm kind of a bit puzzled as to why the efficiency's so low. I mean, all that does affect the storage. I mean, that... Yeah, there's nothing you can do against the storage capacity of that. So this is just a list. So these are... We're not producing seals or timber. So that's okay because it's on this particular island. Performance. So that's doing badly. Yeah, so each of them does a certain performance. Clear. Doesn't say specifically why. Because clear is just clear and I can only place it in a certain location.
I see a wreck to the windward and a lofty ship to lead.
I'm intrigued. They've got 25 of 25 workers. So for some reason that's just running slowly.
Old Billy Riley was a dancing master. Old Billy Riley.
Oh, see if we can go and catch these.
Old Billy Riley. Old Billy Riley.
Right, let's see what happens again. So I've told them to go and attack the one at the end. If it pulls this one in, I'm in deep duty. It's a different faction, so maybe that's not a concern. It's a different faction we're up against. So maybe they've got to be in the same faction to justify getting involved. Right, I'll just send them back to here then. So that to me is what pirates do. They just basically sit in their little coves and then go and attack things, basically. I mean, I suppose you'd be given things. To be honest, you'd like be giving the game away as to where you are, though. Surely, it's like, every time a ship has sailed past this particular island, it gets attacked. You'd think somebody then send a large, like, flotilla out to attack. It's taking forever to produce bricks for some reason. So they're doing okay in terms of converting the clay into bricks. They're just taking forever to actually get any clay. Alright, off you go. Go and attack that one. Because I've got to assume it's in my interests to keep them engaged in battles, because then they'll get XP. I don't know if there's a cap. She's close enough. That would be nice if you could like pick all of them and just say repair, but it doesn't seem you can. Right, so up to 5. 5 bricks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything floating around of interest. Oh, hold on. Let's go and grab them. I mean, we'll pull those two in anyway, because they're gonna attack us anyway. Oh, there's another one coming. We'll do a bit of a clean up before they turn up. I mean, gotta be a bit courteous here. I mean, we are pirates, but all the same, we like to do a good cleaning up. I don't really mind those are just cogs. I mean, that's a brig. 156 damage. Probably do with getting some repairs first. Oh, hold on a tick. Is that a... I'm not so sure, because if it pulls that in, we're in deep duty. I honestly don't think we can last against it like a frigate or whatever that is. I do not fancy my chances. So I think those yellow ones, I'm assuming some of them are just traders. But 7 bricks is taking like forever. I wonder if it was saying some of them were actually getting used for like repairs or something. So the brick works is okay. The clay. Oh, that's quite useful. You can pick out places from there and go and have a look. But I'm still puzzled, as I say, as to why that. I mean, I don't think there's another clay mine here. But another thing we need to do is decide where we're going to attack. I mean, that looks a bit tricky because there's quite a few ships there. There's 5 ships to take on there. Versus 3 there. 3 there. And 1 there. I think this is probably my choice because I'm limited. If I were to send 5 ships down to there, I think I might run into problems. They're mostly cogs. But it's kind of like Fields, even Stevens. I mean, you could pull them out and then go after those, but then you're going to pull another ship in as well. So that looks like it's going to be pretty tricky to me. So I think that's what we'll do. Just go after this one and just work our way around, because you've got to take out all of the defenses, and then eventually we'll land over here. And then that gets us the next one. So there's that. Let's have a look. So this is still part of the main quest. And a hearty meal. So yeah, I can't get those for some reason. Oh no, we're passed up on some ships. Oh, fudgesicles. All I need is 1 lousy brick. So what does this place have? It's got clay and it's got iron ore. Now that's interesting. That one's also got a captain's inn. Yeah, so they both. So it's either or. It doesn't. There's a slight difference in other resources, and that doesn't. That's 120 on cotton versus. So that's a better place to go for more cotton. So I'm probably inclined there. You can also get access to bows on that island as well. But the clay, I think, is what interests me. Just for the sake that this is taking forever on a day. Right, so we then get our butcher. Right, so it's not effective. Oh, right, yes. Yeah, so if I put it too close, it affects the efficiency of that. So I'm just going to put them there. So they need 50. Let's see, they've got all of their requirements, as did they. Right, so that should get close to what we need. It's 27, 29 of 50. I suppose no harm in upgrading another one. Right, so the butcher's doing butchering things. Where are they going? I'm trying to figure out who that is. Alright, they're going to the duck. Oh no, that's a thought, yeah, because there seems to be some sort of like interlink between the islands that you've got. Because we've got access to resources on that other island. Here on Rat Island, I mean, these people are getting access to rope and fish, for instance, but we're not doing that on this island. So that kind of makes sense as to why I'm sometimes seeing people go to the duck. So where they must be going to there then. Yeah, they must be taking the hogs to there, surely. Yeah, so there's 2 hogs there. And then they'll go over to the depot and get the hogs from there. Because we need 2 meat. Because part of it was a saying as they're getting sick of eating fish. Ooh. I don't want to get involved with them. Like, sometimes you get what you get as the boats actually get stuck on each other. See there? They'll figure it out eventually. I'll give it that. I mean, they do eventually figure it out. Right, let's go and get those. Stay out their way and go and get these 2. I want to see if it does it again, where some of them just go off on a bender and they just think, whatever, I'm going to go somewhere else. Nah, it's not doing that. Oh, there you go. See there? It's like, where are you going? So I've got 3 of them were involved in a fight instead of all 5. So I don't know. It's a feature. So yeah, you've got to be a bit careful because they're just like, whatever, I'm going to do what I want to do. Anyway, oh, we've got 1 meat in storage, so the butcher's getting there. Notifications. Yeah. I don't know if I particularly want notifications. I haven't said that. If you get attacked, you would want to know if you've ended up in a firefight somewhere. Like I did earlier on, I lost a ship. Because other people were stuck down there. It's like, yeah, right. There we go. So that one's done. So is he going to chime in at some point? Maybe? Maybe not. So if we pop down to here. Right, so we've got a tavern, we've got a brothel, we've got that. So yeah, it's going to take some thinking about layouts because of the way that, I mean, I'm not like seeing options to upgrade these types of buildings to give them like further reach, for instance. So we'll probably need some thought into like the layouts that you can put in. Instructions, amenities, needs. So if we look at this place, for instance, they're getting access to meat. So even though we're catching boar and, you know, getting meat out of those on another island through the docks, these people are also getting access to them. And vice versa, the people over here are getting access to the rope and the fish and so on. So that's quite useful, I must admit. And it makes sense because you're limited in what you can do. I mean, this is a very, very small island. Makes sense if you're interested in clay, I suppose, but that's about it. Although I'm still puzzled as to why we can only do 60% of efficiency. Anywho, we've managed to capture this island. But I think the next thing to do is probably take on that one, because I think that one's going to be easier to take out than that one. So yeah, we've got enough ships, I think, to do it. But I think I'm going to be careful of the fact that there are ships sailing by that might get in the way. But otherwise, I think we can do that. I think we can take on that island. But of course, it's all for another episode.